to the Scamslam channel. I'm here to bring you content from both shady and some not so shady individuals on TikTok. Ever scrolled through your For You page and come across a sketchy scam or a questionable character? Well, you're not alone, and that's where I come in. On this channel, I'll be diving deep into the world of TikTok to expose scams, scammers, and problematic content to steer clear of. From beggars, scammers, fakers, liars, abusers, and awareness creators that you watch, I'll be here to share it all. I'll be doing it all through showing live streams and adding in comments where appropriate. Be sure to look out for those red flags. So if you want to stay informed on what's really going on in the world of TikTok, then hit that subscribe button and join me on this wild ride. Let's expose the truth together, and reminder, don't send money to anyone on TikTok.
Doesn't it? Oh, excuse me. Now, it was on this phone, so I took screenshots, but I'm going to see if it went to my photos on my account. And it did. Ow, my damn leg. Okay, so she said, because you are using my name, yet your videos claim you don't know who you are, that you was kidnapped as a baby. Yet I was kidnapped as a baby, and my daughter's name is Grace. So I'm just trying to find out if there's some sort of reason you are claiming to be Heather McCord. I said, my legal name is Heather McCord because that's the name I was given by my captors. I don't know who you are or who your daughter is, and the only reason I used the name Grace Marie is because I was actually going to use the name Angel Grace, but someone at the studio that I was talking to when I went for a dance lesson suggested I use the name Grace instead. And someone else suggested that I use the name Marie for the middle name, so it has nothing to do with you. And I was talking to text, so it didn't come out right. But you could basically know what I'm talking about. I said, I strongly suggest you get help for whatever mental issues you have and the delusions you have, because me using the name Grace Marie has nothing to do with your family. And once I prove who I am, I'm going to start using my real name. Alright, okay. That didn't come out right. No wonder. I said, the only one here between you and I that is any sort of delusions or needs mental help is you. To think that I use your name or your daughter's name for whatever reason is really sad and pathetic, and if that's why you're using my legal name, you really need to get some help. Because, sweetheart, the world does not revolve around you, and I have no idea who you are, so please get some help for your delusions, because I'm not stupid. I know this is the one who's been doing it. I said, along with the fact that you live in Indiana, and at this point, you probably do know my daughter, and who probably told you to put who put you up to this or whatever, because my legal name has been Heather McCord since 1990. I don't know who you think you're trying to fool or whatnot, but it's not gonna work. You really need to go check yourself in for into a mental hospital for doing what you're doing. After all, you've been stalking me for the past almost 3 years now. Isn't it true that you just want to be me, so you're doing this, which is really sad. And anybody that's been watching knows what's been going on. So her response: Damn simple question. Damn simple question. Now I'm delusional. You're hateful, and I am protective over my child. So you using my name and her name bothered me. Okay, just trying to protect my daughter, and no, I'm not stalking you. I don't listen to your rants and raves about everyone you come in contact with. I have people gang stalking me, so if you want to use the name, go ahead. You take the lottery. Let's go back to what she said to begin with. Okay? Why she was doing it. Her response to why she's using my legal name. And I want you to think about what I've dealt with in my life and all that, right? Her response is because you're using my name, yet your videos claim you don't know who you are, that you was kidnapped as a baby, yet I was kidnapped as a baby, and my daughter's name is Grace. But yet her at is at Marie 38. Bree Marie 38. So where is that Heather McCord at all? Yeah. Yeah. So that's what I've been dealing with. You know. Amazing. It's like, and Lord have mercy. Some people don't. Well, hello. So, and also, come on now. The whole thing is like she literally just said that what happened to me happened to her. Come on now. I can't deal with stupid people. I can't deal with stupid people. I'm sorry. Not happening. It's fucking nuts. Well, it's nothing new. And then having my first official death threat the other night from a member of the Illuminati from South Africa. He was all for talking to me, and I said, y'all know about who I am and why you're really terrified of me and whatever. He's like, I don't know anything about you, Grace. Okay, what do you know about Heather McCord? What do you know about what's in your book written about Heather McCord? And that's what he's like, gotta go now. And I said what I said, and he blocked me and then unblocked me and said, I took screenshots. You're gonna, and I'm in Chicago now, and then blocked me again. The scare tactics don't fucking work. So this bitch trying to claim to be me, clearly, that's the dumbest thing she can fucking do. Because if you want to claim me to be me, knowing that I have these motherfuckers scared of me, I want to see you try and take him out. People are just so stupid. So, there's that. Now, I've been wondering that psychic, the Tina or whatever, is that you? They asked me not to and you asked, she asked me not to block her. And I don't know if is that you? Well, don't get shy now. Shit. You're not gonna get blocked. I just want to know if it was you. Okay, yeah, you. No, Casper. Yes, you. Is it you? Are you the Tina who said that I was kidnapped and that to begin with? And then lied and then said that she lied to me when she said that she made it all up because she was threatened. Is that you? Okay. It's interesting that she hasn't been back on either one of my lives, isn't it? Oh well. Good. Snap, crackle, pop, Rice Krispies. And I did not get around to calling my doctor today about the, well, I have to call a neurologist for that, so I gotta wait till next week. Well, tomorrow I'm making turkey. Turkey and stuffing and stuffing the turkey. I don't know if I'm gonna stuff the turkey or not. I just might have stuffing on the side. I don't know. It's stovetop. Stovetop stuffing in your microwave oven. I don't know how the fucking commercial went. Oh, fuck. I already got the green bean casserole made and, excuse me. And the, god damn, excuse me. Got their green bean casserole made. I got the spinach balls in the fridge from the freezer. And then I got the red hot jello salad done. And it shall be ready tomorrow. Then tomorrow all I gotta do is the mashed potatoes, the gravy, the turkey, the stuffing, the yams, the candy yams, you know. Too bad it's just me. But it's alright. It's gonna be a lot of leftovers. I'll tell you what. So, someone asked, because y'all heard the messages. What vibe do you get from that woman? The one who changed her username to the real Heather McCord? From those messages? Is she completely off her fucking rocker? Or is it just my opinion that she is? And then I have 6 rolls, too. Yeah. Because, God, people are stupid. Yeah, because if you are you're basically claiming to be me. You're trying to have my story be your own, basically. Um, it's okay. That's the dumbest thing you could do, especially with the people I have to deal with. You want to be me, you're not gonna like dealing with them motherfuckers. I'm just saying. It's always fucking for attention. Now, is it just me, or is she someone that's been doing this for quite some time? That's the next question. I don't know. And I don't even know who this bitch is. I don't fucking know who she is. Or maybe she knows my daughter. It is interesting to me that she lives in Indiana and so does my daughter. You know. Probably not going to be on much longer. Kind of tired, and I don't even know how long I gotta cook that turkey for. Shit, I'll look that up too. While I'm sitting here, might as well. I'd rather be prepared. And what time I need to get up and everything. How long do you cook a 13.5 pound turkey for? An unstuffed 13 and a half per an unstuffed 13.5 pound turkey will cook for approximately 3 to 3.5 hours at 350. A stuffed turkey of the same weight will cook a bit longer, between 3.5 and 4 hours. Okay. Sauté for about 3.5 hours, give or take. Uh, my daughter, she's my oldest, Jeanette. She's the one that in 2022, before she went back to Indiana, she emptied out my brand new inhaler. Hates me for, blames me for every fucking thing she went through. Like, it's crazy. And I tried to make up for everything, things that were not even my fucking fault. You know? But there's this woman who lives in Indiana who is using the username, the real Heather McCord. That's my legal name. Well, she believes the lies that she's been told, so there's that. You ever see this woman before? This is who's using the username, the real Heather McCord. This account. Of course, I should follow back, right? Said it's very clear that you are trying to get my attention. Do you want to tell me why? Because when you're using my legal name, yes. I've had the legal name Heather McCord since 1990. It was Heather Stacy before the adoption. So, yeah. Her response, because you were using my name, yet your videos claim you don't know who you are. That you was kidnapped as a baby, yet I was kidnapped as a baby, and my daughter's name is Grace. So I'm just trying to find out if there's some sort of reason you're claiming to be Heather McCord. Now, I don't believe in coincidences, do you? She sat here and she literally said she was kidnapped as a baby. Like, I don't believe in fucking coincidences. Yeah. Um, could be. I mean, there's some videos on there, but it's just the pictures. Uh, she's following 411 people, and she has 202 followers. So, I do not know. Which DNA test? The ancestry one? The one that was never tested? That one? The one who, that was supposedly run by, a guy who is related to my abductors? That one? No. No, the results came back 12 days before the estimated date. Interesting, isn't it? So I messaged the guy because there would have been more than 10% from England on the mother's side. Let's see what the messages said. July 1st. Thank you for testing. For your best results, you can link your DNA test to you in a tree. The Ancestry True Lines features will then start working for you. And it's the guy who's in charge of, let's see why Atkins won. So then I said, I know my DNA was never tested. He says, showing up as a match with my daughter EB. I was taken from West Germany. I figured out who I am. And I remember the day I was taken, and I know who took me. I recorded conversations between me and FBI, me and law. Yeah. You and EB. EB's test is managed by him as well. Says fourth cousin or half third cousin once removed, parent two's side. Parent number 2 would have been the mother's side. Meaning, he is related to my abductor's family. Now, what's weird is I requested for the DNA to be removed from their system, and I closed down that account, right? I found out quite recently what my youngest daughter's actual last name is. That is not the name that was listed as a match that listed as my daughter. It just had her real first name, not her real last name. And wouldn't you know, I started a new account and I looked up the names that it showed that I would be. Did you? Each one of those accounts have been deactivated. No, they are no longer there. Each one of those accounts that claimed to be me, tied, that I was supposedly tied, yeah, they were all deactivated. So we're just gonna go over a few things. Oh, yeah, I am. When I go over to the UK, I'm going to the UK. Don't know when yet, but I'm going. You don't have to swim across the fucking ocean to do so. And I mean, it's not every day that you get death threats from members of a member of the Illuminati, right? Yes, I do. I do. I know I'm going to. And the reason I know is because if it wasn't meant to happen, I would have never found out any of this. Y'all know that, right? Let me flip this. So, that's the suspect. This sketch was done like a year after the disappearance of Catrice Lee. That's Carol. I grew up calling her Aunt. Her and her husband were in that area, stationed over there at that time. She was wearing her husband's clothes. She was the one in the gray hat with the gray suit who gave me a safety sucker. And it was a 1981 Oldsmobile Cutlass Supreme 2. Second birthday. She had an orange safety sucker. That's why I can't eat anything orange because it's really bitter. Let's see. Hold up. move this picture because I want to show y'all something. Okay. Okay, that's Catrice's father. That's me. Yes. I have phone calls recorded. Oh, for fuck's sakes. That's Catrice Lee's father. Here is the age regression of Catrice Lee. And that's me. I think that she wanted a child so badly. She did it intentionally, and I think the reason she hated her parents, even to this day, is because they wouldn't let her keep me. And the only reason I replaced a child, I believe, is because I escaped. I think that's the only reason I replaced any child is because I escaped. Now you put the two pictures together, layer them, and that's what I got. Of course, my head is different, facing a different way in that, but that's what I got. And by all accounts, I'm literally the only one that was legitimately kidnapped. So, yeah. It's gonna be soon. I feel it. Like, At least now I know why, most likely why I love the rain. And even when it's like overcast, when it's like cloudy and shit, it's, kind of reminds you, I guess it's because it rains all the time in the UK, that might explain a lot. Um, oh, but I am excited that I'm going to be going, and it's a big thing. I don't know yet. Still waiting on the passport, and then I gotta get the money up for, because I gotta, not just the plane ticket, but I also gotta find out how much it's gonna cost. What's cheaper, Airbnb or a motel over there for a month? So I do not know, but I think that might be, because I started buying warm clothes and stuff like that too, like warm sets, like this, cute but warm. Who, the dry? No. Which one? Hang on. See if I find it, because I don't have it screenshotted. This? You talking about this? Is this what you're talking about? This is an age progression of Catrice Lee. You saying I look like her? It's funny, I had the same exact birthmark in the same exact spot, too. The same mole. Yeah. This is Catrice Lee. This is Catrice Lee. Look right there. There's a mole. She's been missing since her second birthday. November 28th, 1981. Who do you think she'd be to me? See how she has the thumb right here that's kind of shorter than the other one? A little bit, like flat across and short and stubby, right? Right? See her thumb? And then the other one looks like it's longer. There's the mole. This is where the knuckles are. Who do you think she'd be to me? I was abducted as a child and trafficked. Who do you think she'd be to me? And I have to go over to the UK to prove who I am. Again, you think she'd be my sister and not me. That wouldn't be my sister. That would be me. Now that I know it's me. It's her too. Google's free. Now I could show you the pictures of my daughters, but I'll have to get up and go get the box. But I'm not really in the mood to get up and help them. The end of January 2023. I grew up believing I was somebody else, but I knew something was wrong. Yeah, that's my thumb, without the nail on. Yeah, I did Ancestry. The guy who is in charge of the DNA is actually related to my kidnapper, so that doesn't really help. And her family didn't do Ancestry or anything like that. I have to go to another country. I'm not sure what people don't understand about this. I have to keep repeating myself constantly. I've contacted police over there. Contacting the actual family is like the last fucking resort. I've contacted missing and exploited children. I've contacted all that. No, I'm not doing Ancestry. I have to go over there to do a test. I'm not. They're under the impression she's in Germany somewhere, not even thinking outside the box that she may have been brought to the United States. The car was a 1981 Oldsmobile Cutlass Supreme with bench seats in them, and the seats were tan. I remember the day I was kidnapped, and all it took for me to remember completely. I look like him, huh? That's the father. That's Catrice's father. Like, I would say so. Oh yeah, I've recorded conversations between me and the FBI. They are protecting that family. So is police. So is the missing and exploited children's unit. Why? Yeah. Oh yeah. Why? Because it's their fucking part. They called the woman I called great grandmother. They called her grandmother Hayden. I'm talking Masons, Easterns. It's the Illuminati. I don't know. You know. That's not the fuck I wanted to do. Not that either, bitch. It's gonna play an ad first, and then it's gonna play. This is from January, I think. January of this year. Oh, I contacted them. They said I had to get a hold of. Okay, cool. Yeah.
Obviously, I was overjoyed at the fact that my daughter's case is now going to be in the forefront of a lot of MPs' minds, because more importantly, it was the last question in Prime Minister's Question Time. So that's one thing, in my opinion, one good thing about it. And the other thing is that the Prime Minister now has said that he will select the appropriate minister to deal with my situation. I'm a father on a mission, and I want answers to what has happened to my daughter. And you know, and I know, and thankfully, the support that your programme have given me over the years. I'm not going away. I want answers. Catrice was a gift, and I want my gift back. She was taken. No proof to otherwise state anything different. And she, in my opinion, was abducted.
Oh yeah. That's the mom and the sister. Yeah, they live in the UK. You mean the adopted birth certificate? The only one I've ever seen? Does it really matter? Do you think that my abductors would actually have my real birth certificate? After all, they gave me the wrong birth. They said I was younger. Iowa. Why? And I find it really interesting. Let me put this point of view. Let me just say this. If you're coming on here or you're going to try and discredit me or whatever or make me question shit, we're far past that. You might as well move the fuck along. That was Catrice's sister and mom. Oh, you gotta understand. Look, well, you've been through with me this whole time, so you should understand why I'm so defensive, huh? Um, you know, can't help that. It's been a lot I've dealt with. Shit I should never have to have dealt with to begin with. So this is the sister and the mom. Catrice's sister and mom. This is them back in the day. You don't know what means. Yeah, the police thought I was, but DNA came back, no, it's not. And the White House, well, what I thought was a White House on the left side of me wasn't a White House, it was a white building, it was where I was taken from. Somehow I ended up outside. What do you think? Microwaved tofu? Do you think I'm Catrice, or do you think I'm... Why don't you enlighten us on what you think? We're intrigued now. 2. It would have been my second birthday. November 28th, 1981. The, that's why I can't eat orange anything, because how did I find out it wasn't Tanya? Well, the Texas Rangers and the Sheriff's offices told me it wasn't a match. I have the same exact birthmark as she does. I have the same exact mole in the same spot, the same right thumb. Yes. Well, I didn't receive the results. They said it's still an open case and it's not a match. So I'm moving on. And I've lived in Texas before, and I always felt homesick, no matter where I've lived. I love the rain. I've always been drawn to the UK, like England, and that. Um, Joan and Jack always had me watch the English comedies and like Are You Being Served? As Time Goes By, Keeping Up Appearances, um, Miss Marple, Poirot, Waiting for God, Are You Being Served Again? All those English shows. Touch of Frost. They had me watching all those with them. Maybe at some point they eventually felt guilty. Maybe that's why. Well, I'm going to the UK, so no. Do I look like her? That's Catrice's sister. Do I look like them? That's Catrice's parents after she was taken. Do you remember a while back I was talking about the stuffed animal I remember playing with? It was like a monkey, but it wasn't a monkey. That kind of thing. It had a pale face and it was black and everything. And I said this. I think I was talking about it months ago. Well, and this was before I found out about Catrice Lee that I talked about this. But wouldn't you know it? That is what I was remembering. It was this. On Catrice Lee's bed. But I don't remember growing up with one. I never had one as a kid, as far as I knew. So, yeah. I know who I am. Now I gotta go prove it. And I don't believe in coincidences. Same birthmark, same spot, same right thumb, same mole. Resembled, look a lot like the sister and the parents, and my daughters look a lot like Catrice when they were around the same age. And then the memory I have of that, plus I have a memory of I got a specific. I got a specific type of candle last year. It was called Christmas Morning, and I lit it. Yeah, and I lit it. When I lit this candle, it took me the scent of it took me back to I had a memory. I was sitting on a floor. The carpet was an orangish color. There was a TV on the side of the tree, and then there was a window on this side of the tree. And it's a very brief memory. And it was a real tree. Now I gotta go over and prove who I am. I wonder if the memory being in the backseat of that car on the road trip or whatever. I wonder if that was with them. No, that's my last resort. Missing and Exploited Children's Unit over there knows about me. Slavery and Exploited Persons Unit knows about me. The police know about me. I've contacted Operation Beat multiple times. There's three or four case numbers over there from about me. They want to help me, but they can't because I'm here. So I'm waiting for my passport, and then I gotta figure out how much it's gonna cost to get over there, and then to stay there for like a month. Because I'm hoping get there, and then shortly after I get there, I'm hoping to be able to do a DNA test, and then get the results before I have to leave and come back. So it's gonna happen. It's just a matter of time. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do what somebody suggested. I'm gonna start a GoFundMe, in hopes that it'll help me be able to raise the money to help me get over there sooner. And, that's what I'm hoping for. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start the GoFundMe and that. The sooner I can find out, the better. So, I'm not doing it that way. They don't even know about me. The family doesn't know about me. I'm waiting to get over there, and I'm trying to do it without contacting the family. Because there's been about 100 women that have tested to see if they were Catrice or not, and all come back negative. So once I'm over there, it'll be a lot easier, but I don't want to contact the family. That's like the last fucking resort. So, but I do need to get over there as soon as possible. Because I want to be able to reunite with my family and both parents and all of us still be alive and well, before, so we can. Anyways, that's what I'm hoping for. Tired? Yeah, I'm gonna put it in my bio on this account and on my main account. Oh, funny story. Not funny, haha, but funny. Isn't it ironic? So y'all know I got my first death threat from an actual Illuminati member from South Africa the other day, right? Well, one of the videos that I duetted with another survivor, where I was showing the evidence, it got reported for misinformation. I appealed it, got it back very quickly. I'm scheduled to see the gastroenterologist in February, but I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I've lived with this foreign object in my body that I didn't need for fucking 10 years of fucking survive shit. Yeah, misinformation. Don't you know they're trying to shut me up? When I said I have a bounty on my head, that's not a joke. And more survivors are starting to speak up, which is good. And the fact that there's more speaking up, we're not being taken seriously. Now the thing is, I'm the only one that was actually legitimately kidnapped and not sold by my family. That's the difference. I was never supposed to be taken. And if y'all remember right, months ago, when I was finding out if I was tenure or not, someone came in and said I was taken by mistake. I was never supposed to be taken. And they're all for talking to me until they find out what the legal name I have is. Here's the problem. I'm in the United States. They're in England, UK, right? In order for that to happen, it has to be done by law enforcement, FBI, and that here. The problem is they're too fucking corrupt. I have recordings. I've recorded conversations between me and the FBI, and me and police, and me and National, Center for Missing and Exploited Children, showing that they're not doing their goddamn job. Police say I have to deal with FBI. FBI says, you need to talk to police. We can't do anything to help you. Really? They're all fucking corrupt. They protect that family. I have to go over there. I don't have a choice. Yeah. Are they or are they not corrupt? The fucking corruption, man. And if you ever call the FBI headquarters in Newark, New Jersey, ask for Operator 32 and ask her why she decided not to do her job and laugh at me instead. There's DNA available for Catrice. Law enforcement, police knows about me and everything. So, in order for me to get help from them, which they all want to help me over there, every one of the agencies I called over there want to help me, but cannot because I'm here. Once I'm over there, they'll be able to help me. Well, thank you. Kind of have to be strong. I don't have a choice. Yeah, right. Yeah, because, it's not the most powerful cult in the world, right? Well, there's someone over there that is a victim, and they're listening to him and actually doing something about it. And if I have to, I already know who to contact outside of law enforcement and that. So, who am I supposed to call? Interpol that needs to contact or the embassy. The embassy is, how about that? Oh wait, I did that. I've contacted every agency you can imagine. The United States Embassy, the UK Embassy, Interpol, police, FBI. Center for Missing and Exploited Children. Yeah. They're not going to do anything to help me here. I'm not sure what you're not understanding or comprehending about that when I've said it multiple times, and I've even proved it. So why, I don't, at this point, it's like beating a dead horse. Tell me you don't know much about the Illuminati or who's all in members without telling me. Tell me. You don't know who's all involved in the Illuminati without telling me you don't know. Think Epstein Island. And then tell me to contact my state representative. Think Epstein Island and then tell me who's going to help me here in the United States. There you go. Again, thank Epstein Island. Dr. Phil is the most fucking. He's not even a fucking real doctor. Fucking quack. I've dealt with enough quacks in my lifetime, thank you. Now I have doctors that, when you have Italian doctors, and that know, because I've shown the evidence to my doctor, and he's sending me to every specialist that you can met, like eye specialist. Yeah, they're being very thorough. I mean, I found out that I have diverticulitis, so I was most likely misdiagnosed and have a foreign object in my body I never needed. But it is possible that I might still have gastroparesis. I don't think I do, because I'd be a lot sicker. I'm just a freak in nature, but I could have both. I don't know. I don't think I do, though. Found out I have an autoimmune disease called thyroiditis. Yeah. It's basically a pacemaker for your stomach. With diverticulitis, when you have a pacemaker for your stomach, a stimulator for your stomach, and then you have diverticulitis, it has a negative effect on you. And I know why I was misdiagnosed. It was because my ex at the time, who used to be a pest control, you know, before I met him, and he was on disability at this time when I met him. Not even a month after we got together, I started getting really sick, and even though he was no longer pest control, hey, this is my backup account. I just changed the names on it because I'm not Heather. I know who I am. I think we all know who I am now. I gotta go over and prove it now. But he would still be able to get the stuff, the chemicals, because he would go spray his friends' houses and I would go with him. He, when he would spray his friends' houses, there was no smell, no nothing. Meanwhile, I was crawling back and forth to the bathroom, from the bathroom to the bedroom. I was so sick. Nobody would help me. Yeah, so far, getting there. But, so yeah, and he always insisted on doing all the cooking, even though I love to cook and I'm really great at it, and he's not all that great at it. But he insisted on doing all the cooking, and he kept the container with the chemicals in it in the kitchen instead of putting it in his spare bedroom with all his other crap. And one day he came home, it was raining. I'll never forget it was raining. It was around the time I got diagnosed with gastroparesis. And he came back to the house. I think he was, he went to the bar to get a drink or something like that from the gas station. And when he comes back, he's like, "Look what I found." And it was an envelope full of, it was like $1,000 in cash. Said he found it on the ground. Now, let me remind you, it was raining. So, with it raining, how did he find this envelope with $1,000 in it on the ground, and it was dry, and the cash was dry? And it didn't start till after he met Linda and Ralph. No wonder he got mad every time I had to go to the hospital because I couldn't keep anything inside my body. And then isn't it also ironic that I have only been sick a total of upchuck or whatever, a total of 4 times since getting out of that place? Since basically escaping. And the only pain I have is occasionally, there's flare ups with the diverticulitis. But the only pain that's constant is where the stimulator is in my stomach. No, he was being paid to poison me. I'm going to say this: when the Epstein files do come out, um, a lot of people are not going to want to believe it. They're not going to believe it because of how bad it was and what they did to the children. I didn't think that was the farthest thing from my mind that I would have ever been taken there. Not really that far from my mind anymore. What do you think they're talking about when they talk about pizza? When celebrities and that talk about pizza, cheese pizza, pepperoni pizza, what do you think they're talking about? Shelby? Most likely, yeah. Shelby, how old are you? Why is it you're the only one I couldn't figure out it was children? Yeah, this doesn't really make sense. Okay. I don't know who you are at this